Alright, so this is some beef short ribs that I have here, and these are pretty good when cooked right. So we're gonna go ahead and season this real good. So I'm just seasoning mine with just some salt, and you want to do this on all sides. I'm just gonna add a little bit of black pepper right onto that, and this is going to be really good and juicy and nice because we're gonna slow cook this. And then remember, you want to do this on the other side as well. So you want to just make sure you rub that on really good on all sides. So now we're going to move over to our stove, which is where we're going to make all the magic happen. So we're going to put some oil in our frying pan. But we're going to go ahead and sear these now. And we're going to take each piece and just place it right in there. And what you want to do is just sear each side so it gets a nice brown coating, and that's just going to seal in all the juices, and it's going to seep down to that bone, and it's going to be divine and intense. So I went ahead and cut mine so they could fit into my pot much better. So we're going to go ahead and turn them, and that is pretty good. Oh yeah, look at that. That is perfect. We're just going to turn them now and let the other side get a nice little equal sear. Look at that. That looks divine. So I've just added my remainder that I had out. I'm going to let that get a little sear. So what you want to do now is preheat your oven to about 350 degrees. Alright, so it's looking good. So here I have a half a garlic clove that I cut in half, and we're going to just add that right into there. And this is just going to give our beef a nice flavor. So I have 2 pieces of them, and I'm just going to add that right into there. And turn your stove down on low, and all this garlic juice is just going to seep in, and just, it's going to be great, guys. It's going to be really good. So just slide that throughout your pot, and that's just going to flavor these beef so good. Alright, so next I have about a tablespoon of tomato puree, and you just want to add that right into there. And this is going to cook out right into the pot, and it won't have that odd taste that it usually has. Just want to let that cook right out into the oil. Smells so good already. Oh my goodness. We're just going to give this about 2 minutes. Alright, so I pretty much rubbed in all my tomato puree. That is looking really good. So see, it's cooking out very nicely. So last part of this dish, almost red wine. So we're going to go ahead and add our red wine. Don't be shy, and you don't need to use an expensive bottle. Alright, so you want to bring this up to a boil and then turn it down, because this will allow the alcohol to burn off, and then it will intensify the flavor of this. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Alright, so to finish this off now, I have some beef broth, and we're just going to pour this all over it. Yes. That is just going to be divine. Look at that. Alright, so here I have my baking pan, and I'm just going to add all of this goodness right into there, because we are going to slow bake this right into our oven. So you want to add everything. Oh my goodness. Alright, that is looking really good. So now with a piece of foil paper, you want to just go ahead and just cover this entirely, because you want to seal in all this flavor in there while it's slow baking in your oven. Alright, so we're going to pop this into our oven now for about 2 hours. One, you could say, depending on the size or the thickness of yours, we could say about an hour to 2.5 hours, and we're just going to let that slow cook, and we will be back. And that's it. Enjoy. Alright, so it's been exactly 2 hours, and we're going to remove this from our oven now. Oh yes, and I made mine with a little bit of rice. We're not done just yet, so we're going to just remove this and look inside. Oh, Oh my goodness. Look at that. I will be right back. Mommy duties, guys. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and remove our foil paper now. Oh my goodness. Look at that. That turned out very well. Look at that. Our garlic is nice and soft. It's pretty much fully cooked out. But we're not just done yet. We're going to make a nice little topping for this. It's going to be so delicious. So grab your saucepan back, cover this bad boy, and we're going to get that started. So I have some fresh bacon here, some bacon slices, and I'm just going to cut them up into small little pieces because we are going to caramelize these, and it's just going to be divine. So you just want to grab some bacon now. So once my saucepan is nice and hot, I'm going to go ahead and just add my bacon right into there. The fat will cook off and it will produce its own oil. And then as the bacon crisps up, it'll start to shrink down. So just keep turning it just to make sure that everything gets an even crisp to it. And that is just looking amazing. So once your bacon has crisped up nicely, I'm going to go ahead and take some fresh mushrooms. You can use fresh mushrooms or canned mushrooms. These ones are canned, and just pop them in. And they'll draw all the flavor from the bacon fat right here, and it's just going to be divine. So you can add as many, as little as you want. It's really up to you and what you prefer. You just want to mix that in. And it's just going to soak in the juices right from that bacon. Look at that. We're going to add the tiniest bit of black pepper on top. And then you can go ahead and turn off your stove now and just let this sit for about a minute or two. And then you can just go ahead and just spread it right on top of your short ribs. And you are all set and ready to go. So to add a little bit more richness to the sauce, the garlic that cooked in it, you just put in a strainer and use your fork and just basically press it in. And then it'll make all this delicious goodness at the bottom that you can add right into here. And it is just so good.